Greetings, Chembeasts. Welcome to Supreme Chemistry with your host, Professor Iwan. Today we're going to be doing the iodine clock reaction. This is one of my favorite reactions. I love this reaction. Kinetics is the study of the rate of chemical reactions. There are three factors that can affect the rate of a reaction. The first one is temperature. The second one is concentration of the reactants. And the third one is, the third one is presence of a catalyst. So, keeping that in mind, in this particular experiment, we're going to change the concentration of the reactants and watch to see how it affects the rate of the reaction. Fasten your seatbelts, keep all hands and arms inside the cart, and you're in for a wild ride. Let's go do it. So here's the reaction. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to mix a solution A, which is going to contain KiO3 and water. The KiO3 is potassium iodate. All right, remember that because we changed the concentration of the potassium iodate. Solution B is going to have 10 milliliters of 0.2 sodium metabisulfite and 30 milliliters of starch solution and 40 milliliters of water. So let's see what happens. So before we get started, let's have a little bit of fun. Since we're dealing with an iodine clock, let's draw a clock. I love chemistry. What else? So first we need to make our solutions. All right, let's do it. All right, so looks like I'm almost ready to do the demonstration. I've got everything I need here. I've got my sodium metabisulfite, I've got my potassium iodate, and of course I've got my starch here, one of the most important components. Remember, starch is going to react with the I2, the iodine, and have everything I need. I'm almost finished. Of course, I got my handy dandy safety goggles. Don't forget to be wearing your goggles while you're doing any sort of demonstration or lab or experiment. All right, I think we're ready to go. Let's roar. Let's do the first solution. You ready? So this one's going to be, it has 50 milliliters of the potassium iodate. So we're going to mix the two together. You're going to have to pay close attention, watch carefully, because if you blink, you might miss it. All right, I'm going to turn these over so you can turn these around so you can see a little bit better. Here we go. Ready? Start counting. Whoop. There it goes. Isn't that great? That's fantastic. All right. So now we're going to do the second solution. This solution has 100 milliliters of the potassium iodate. Now you know what to expect, so it won't be a big surprise, but you should time it. Starting now. Wow, ha, that was fast. That was very fast. All right, you notice how it's kind of a deep purple color? If it gets on the paper, you can see that. It's almost like ink. Now we're going to mix the third solution. Remember, the third solution now has 25 milliliters of potassium iodate. So what do you think is going to happen? Is it going to speed up the reaction or is it going to slow it down? Think about it. Here we go. Hold on to your hats. What happened? Maybe it's broken. Maybe this one's not going to work. I don't know. Maybe something's wrong with it. Maybe it's broken. What's happening here? This is really strange. I don't know. I fooled you. Yep. That one was longer. Why? Because it had a lower concentration, so it took longer. So here's what happens in the reaction. This. Huh? I mean, it's a lot of information. What? Can anybody read ancient Sanskrit? I can. Not. All right. So here's what happens in this reaction. Iodine goes to sulfite, which becomes iodine, becomes H plus sulfate. H plus then reacts with iodine, iodate, form iodine. We have plus water, we have iodine, then reacts with sulfite plus water, and then reacts with iodine, plus sulfate, plus. And in conclusion, what happens is I2, iodine, reacts with starch, and you produce your dark blue complex. And voila, there you have your reaction taking place. There's going to be a quiz on this afterwards. All right, you got that? No, just kidding. All right. Now back to our chart. Let's see what the times were. For the first one, it took about 18 seconds. The second one was roughly about 8 seconds. And then the third one came out to roughly about 35 seconds. Now, look at this. The one that had the lowest concentration was the one that was the slowest. The one with the highest concentration was the one that was the fastest. Very important point. All right, Chem Beasts, that's it for today. Hope you had fun and you learned something. So, don't forget, learning never ends. All right, I will see you later. Take care, stay safe.